Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a great Thursday. Well, today as you can see I'm going to be working on this blue and white cat that I got from Fansells, I believe last week sometime, maybe even the week before. And I'm going to be working still right up here in the head. And I'm not real sure. Let me see if it has it here. What the color number or name is. It is 820. So that is a dark, dang it, dark blue color. So yeah. Let me pull you in so you can see what is going on. Oh my goodness, I am so glad to be home. Yeah, because yesterday I thought was never going to end. Yeah, it was a piece of work for sure. And I am using a 28, or size 28, I almost said 28 count. 28 size needle. On this, I'm not using the needles that came with the project, and I just picked a blue color. It's not really going to matter when you get all the other beads all the way around it, so not a big deal. Yeah, so I came home and I fixed my fish and French fries. Last night, and then I didn't have any salt or ketchup, so I used what little I did have of both of those, and then I just ran out to the store real quick and got both of them and came back home. I ended up watching Bridgerton last night, and I did not stitch at all. I was absolutely fried. So, yes, I'm afraid I would mess something up if I stitch, so you just kind of leave it alone and keep moving. Yep, that's kind of how I do things, because I know if I'm way too tired to even sort something out in my brain, now or then is just not a good time at all. Come on. I don't know if I can use the sewing method on this or not. About the time I decide to do the sewing thing, oh, it worked fine. Usually the, what do you call it, the bead won't go through the needle, so I end up backing out. So, but this seems to be going pretty good. And these beads are not consistent at all. They're different sizes, so that's a little weird. I wish they could figure all that out. I mean, when I use the plastic beads, they're all consistently the same size, so I guess I'm just spoiled. So we'll see how this all goes. Oh, no grand plans for today. Except maybe just stay inside and stitch. Since I'm well rested. Well, that's working out great. So we're just going to keep going with it. Amazing but true. So what's everybody else up to? Hope you're doing something fun, getting to go somewhere, or stitching or crafting, I should say crafting, on whatever it is that you love to do. That's a dark blue, isn't it not? Let me see if I can bring you in just a little bit more. Them beads are awful small, ain't they? I mean, they're not not too bad to work with. I have worked with this size beads before. In fact, back in the day, I used to make earrings with seed beads. So, this might be okay after all. I picked a bigger area, you know, that had a lot in one area, because there's a lot of confetti around the edges of all this. So maybe I'll even work on this today. I have no idea. It takes a moment to adjust from those plastic or acrylic or whatever they're made out of beads back to seed beads. I had a great big huge beaded cross stitch I got, you know, when I knew nothing, when I first started. Yeah, I saved the beads and threw out the canvas because, you know, like I said, the beads were not consistent. Some of them were pearl, and some of them were big, and some of them were small, or barely there, you know, like they hadn't been cut right or whatever. And then I found those plastic, we'll call them plastic beads, and they worked beautifully. So kind of stuck with them. But this isn't too big of a project, so we'll see how it looks when I start filling in so-called the gaps. So we'll see. Fold, please. I need to get another thread because I can barely get it turned. Even with this small, oh, my hand's stuck to the bead thing. Hold, please. Okay, stay. There we go. That was close. I thought we were going to have a little catastrophe there. I got my little cat out again. This thing's becoming quite versatile. Oh, gosh. And the weather was just absolutely stunning yesterday. Just totally stunning. It didn't rain. There was not a lot of wind. It was just beautiful. All the way to the end, because I ended up going into town and the sun was just about getting ready to go down for the day. Yeah, I couldn't believe how nice the weather was. Oh, gosh darn it. Really? Okay. Get that up on top because I keep dragging it with my my hand. So that's a problem. But, oh, I thought I lost the bead. So we'll just continue to do a little bit of sewing method here. Is that gonna go? Nope. There hasn't been too many that are too small for this needle. So I just keep putting them back in the thing. Because push come to shove, I can thread it through there if I have to. We'll see. Haven't heard from my daughter yet today, so I don't know what she's going to be up to or if she wants to go anywhere or do anything. And when I went into town, there was not a lot of traffic, so things had quieted down from, let's call it, earlier in the day. it was just terribly busy at work. So, kind of odd for the middle of the week. And we did have, you know, granted, a lot of older people that wouldn't, their kids are already grown up, you know, age. So, that was pretty fine. We had a few straggling kids, but not like we did, what it was that, the week before Labor Day? Holy cow. That was like the week before, well, maybe that was 2 weeks. I was going to say before school started. So, it really slowed down then. So, we'll see after I get back on Monday, you know, from this weekend. It should be a lot quieter. So we'll see what happens. Come on. Those beads are so dark, it's so hard to see the hole there. I was looking for one of my little, I have little tiny, I don't know if it came from a toy tea set or something, but they're only about yay big. And they work perfect for these beads. I was going to put them on that tray and see if that'd work. Like something lighter and color behind. But yeah, I'm not sure where they got off to. I'm sure they're sitting on a shelf somewhere. Where am I at? Oh my goodness. So anybody going anywhere this weekend? Gonna go do something fun? Yeah. No plans. I've had no plans all summer long, I swear. So it's about time to get out, go up into the mountains and just walk around. Go see the rivers. So we'll see if I can talk her into it this week. Because it all depends on what she's got going on. This first couple of weeks of school is, yeah. You know, kids, and they all got to have this, and they got to have that, and something that, you know, it's always something. I don't think they'll have any concerts or anything that we have to go to. But, yeah. I haven't heard how school's going for the little bits, so no complaints, so I guess that's a good thing, right? You don't hear anything out of everybody, that means everything's going smoothly, sort of, kind of. My grandson did start his job. He's a bagger at the grocery store, which is fine for a 15-year-old. So, and I talked to one of the ladies that both my daughter and I know, and she said he was doing great, so I'm not sure how many days, you know, he's working or anything to that effect. So, we'll see. I'm just going to put this over here and get a hold of my cat before I lose it and leave it on there, because I'll be really sad. I was going to turn it around. There we go. And I will bring it up. So, see, there's a lot of confetti right in between those two colors. So, we'll see what happens. I may have to set them up, you know, just a few at a time. to work that confetti. That's the only other way that I know how to do it, so we'll see. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me today. I sure do appreciate each and every one of you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.